Yeah, good morning, everyone. We saw US market yesterday bouncing back. Yesterday, when Indian market was open, US Dow futures was trading around 150 negative, whereas it yesterday ended positive, and even the Dow futures are also marginally positive to flat. Whereas Asian market, Hong Kong and China again continue to remain negative after yesterday fall, but other Asian markets are quite positive, and even commodity also is seeing positive trend. DXY, which there is dollar index, which was yesterday at around 92.9, has come down to around 92.6, and which is getting reflected in the emerging market and the commodity. Uh, Oil is near 75, whereas aluminum is flat, but copper is up by around 2.7%. Ore is up by around 1%, and steel is up by around 1%. Overall trend looks a bit positive today. Overall, now I request the technical team to take up first.
Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday we see some sidewise movement in market, and Nifty managed to close above 15,800, but we see some upside resistance towards 15,870, 15,900. If Nifty close this level, break this level in upside, then we expect further momentum towards monthly expiry towards 16,000. And downside important support zone for Nifty is 15,000. 770, 750 at downside. For intraday, today we expect momentum between 15,870 and downside 15,800. If Nifty close above that level, 15,870, then we expect towards expiry Nifty will be touch 16,000 in upside. And if Nifty fail to close above 15,800 level and close below that level, then we see some sidewise movement, maybe see volatility in at downside level. Bank Nifty, we see last session and the last two trading session trading near the 50 DMA, and 50 DMA place at 35,080. If Bank Nifty break that level, then we expect further momentum towards 35,180, 35,400 and upside. And support place at downside 34,750, 34,500 at downside. So we can see today's momentum in Bank Nifty. Is Bank Nifty close above 50 DMA, then we see some further momentum in banking stock also. And Nifty Finance also trading near the support resistance zone, and resistance zone is a place at 16,000, 670, 700 and upside. So we expect is break that level, then we expect further momentum in Nifty Finance also. And Nifty Finance support place at 16,550 and 540 level. So we expect momentum between these two important levels. In stock specific, pharma looks positive at current level, or Arunda Pharma looks positive at current level. We already, Nero already given call on Arunda Pharma, so you can carry that call for towards 1 to 2 trading session. Second, SBI Life also looks currently positive at current level. Yesterday's close the important resistance level, break the important resistance level, that is 1068, and we expect further momentum towards 1140, 1150 and upside. Downside support place at 1050, 1040. So we can expect positive momentum in SBI Live also current level. So we can keep watch this stock for today's session. That's it for technical derivative guy.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Good morning, everyone. So, as per yesterday's derivative data, we have seen there is not much of change from the OI positions. Continuously, OI spread positions we are seeing between the range of 15,700 to 15,900 mark. On the higher end, we are seeing that 15,950 is important resistance zone for the Nifty as per OI positions. Once Nifty manages to give closing of 15,950 level, then we expect the trend to get open up on the higher end for the 16,200 level for the initial targets. So currently, overall view in the market remains sideways till the further breakout of the level of 15,950 mark on the higher end. As you are seeing that the PCROI is trading at 1.10, so it is also trading at the lower end. And from last many days we are seeing that the PCROI is between the range of 0.90 to 1.15 level. So currently PCROI is also in the trading in the range bound. Once PCROI is also manages to get stable above 1.15, then we might expect that the Nifty to surpass the 16,000 mark very soon. So currently view in the market remains positive with the support of 15,600 level. Till the Nifty manages to give closing above 15,600 level, we expect it to hold all the long positions for the further breakout of 15,950 mark. As per stock specific, we are seeing that ICICI Bank looks positive, and we are still holding a buying recommendation on the options front. So ICICI Bank and Bharat Electric, this two counter looks positive for the next 1 to 2 trading session. Thank you.
Good morning. L&T result was marginally below expectations. Order inflow was in line with expectation at 26,500 crores. And order book on a year-on-year basis is up by 6%. For FY22, management has guided for 13 to 15% growth in sales and order inflows, and EBITDA margins of 10.5%. And also on private capex cycle, the company said that currently the private sector order book mix for L&T is at 18%, which can increase to 25% going forward. So this is a good sign for overall economy as well. Axis Bank result was marginally below expectations. Slippage ratio came at 4.2% versus expectation of between 2.5 to 3%. We think like ICICI Bank, markets will focus on operating performance and tend to ignore the Q1 asset quality performance. Operationally, although Axis performance was lukewarm, NIMs were flattish, and pre-provisioning profit growth was also at just 10 odd %. So, but overall, we remain positive over here. Kotak Bank result was also similar to Axis Bank, marginally below expectation. Actually, this has been the trend in all large cap private banks, that asset quality has disappointed, and also for Q2, this will kind of continue, because many of the clients who would have become delinquent in the middle of the quarter, so after 90 days their account will turn into NPA. So probably Q2 will also be bad for all these large cap private banks, but market is looking ahead of ahead into the second half of the year. We are neutral on Kotak. Mahindra and Mahindra financial result was below expectation. One of the worst numbers that we have seen in the financial sector so far. Company posted a big loss because of high provisions, and the gross NPAs increased from 9% to 15.5%. Net NPAs also doubled from 4% to 8%. One should avoid the stock. It has been consistently disappointing since last many years. SBI Life result was in line. Growth numbers are slightly below industry, but we remain positive over here. It's a good 15 odd % kind of compounding stock from current levels. That's it from my side.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, Alembic Pharma announced their results, and results were below expectations. Sales was muted on YOY basis at 1,326 crore. However, EBITDA margin was a bigger disappointment, which came at 17.8% versus expectation of 25.6%. The negative surprise or the disappointment came mainly from the US business, where they have seen higher competition and price erosion, and also there were lack of product approval, so that led to the decline in the US business. Management also withdrawn the annual guidance EPS annual EPS guidance of ₹50, and now they are looking to see how they perform during the year. So we believe this is a negative in the short term till the US business doesn't get stabilized. GlaxoSmithKline Pharma announced their results, and the results were marginally below expectations. Though the revenue grew by 22% YOY, the EBITDA margins were a little lower than expectation at 19.2%, 19.2% versus expectation of 21.6%. The company has also sold their Iodex and Ostrocalcium brands to Glaxo Asia for 1,649 crores. So that is a little positive in terms of the cash generation. Naveen Fluorine announced their results, and results were below expectations. Though the sales grew by 52% YY on lower base, the margin came at 24% versus expectation of 26%. Also, the share is trading at 68 times FY22 EPS, which is doesn't leave any scope for margin of safety. Coromandel International announced their results, and results were above expectations. Sales grew by 14% YOY, and margin were also above the expectation at 13% versus expected 11%. The share is trading 17 per times FY22 EPS, and we believe this should react positively. Uh, Today, Glenmark Life IPO is also opening up. It will be open till 29th of July. The price went is 695 rupees till 720 rupees. Glenmark Life Science is a leading developer of non-commoditized APIs in chronic therapies. So that is something good for the company. They are raising around 1,514 crore at the upper end, which out of that 454 crore is for the offer for sale, and 1,060 crore is a fresh issue. Out of that, 800 would be repaid to the parent company, that is Glenmark Pharma, for the debt they have given to the Glenmark Life. So they are leader in the, like I said, non-commodity API, and they are expanding into geographical reach and expanding their CDMO business, which has a higher margin. The company has grown at around 16% for last 3 years. However, the EBITDA has grew at higher level. Uh, they are paying. They don't have any other debt other than the parent company, and with this repayment from from the IPO proceeds, the interest cost, they would be saving big on the interest cost at 90 crores what they paid last year. Adjusting for that, the PE comes to around 21 times. However, the reported PE is around 25 times, which is also the lower than the listed peers in the API segment. So we are positive on this and recommending subscribe on this. Thank you. Sir, we can't hear you. You are on mute.
Yeah, Kansha is not there. Okay. Yeah, DLF came up with the numbers, and numbers were ahead of expectations. Surprisingly, the fresh new sales came again over 1,000 crore in this lockdown period. Last quarter also it was at around 1,058 crore, and this time it has come at around 1,030 crores. So quite surprisingly very positive. And management has indicated that they will be doing fresh booking of around 4,000 crore during FY22, which seems to be surpassing, as there was a very good performance in dull quarter. And in the last quarter itself, management has indicated that they are seeing some price increase, so that trend is likely to continue. So overall direction for the DLF looks quite positive from here, and this will have some positive impact on the other real estate company as well. Apart from that, Tata Motor came up with the numbers, and numbers were below expectations, mainly impacted by JLR, which was guided by the management in the before itself, and that has impacted mainly because of the lower wholesales of vehicle in JLR, and the key reason is shortage of semiconductors. In fact, they have a very good order booking of around 1 lakh cars, but the sales in this quarter was 84,000, and the management has indicated that the shortage of semiconductor will continue even in Q2, and they are expecting sales of around 65,000 cars in Q2, and thereafter in Q3 it will start improving. So Even with a strong order book, they are not able to sell because of the supply chain constraint. So JLR result will continue to remain lower in Q2, whereas the standalone result, that is Tata Motor India result, is likely to show improvement from here on. They are already seeing a good sign of improvement in June itself, July month itself. So this part of business will start improving, but JLR, which is very high leveraged play, with the decline in 65 further to 65,000 wholesale uh, sale of the car, result will see definitely a further decline. So overall direction for near term may be sideways or subdued, but long term means from second half when the things start improving, that can show very good improvement in JLR as the demand continue to remain strong. And the share is trading at attractive valuation of around 8 time PE of FY23. So any major decline in expectation of bad result for FY Q2, maybe the stock may be accumulated for that. Then apart from that, Jindal Stainless announced the result, and the result improved. Revenue EBITDA improved by around 11% Q on Q, and with with a higher EBITDA per ton, and share is trading at around 5.5 times EV by EBITDA FY23, which leave limited scope for upside from here. Similarly, Kirloskar Ferrous also announced improved number. Revenue increased by 10% and EBITDA increased by 8%. But going forward from here, they will be facing a higher cost of coke, and which can have an impact on EBITDA going forward. And this will, even the share is now trading at around 5 times Q1 annualized earning, so which is also fairly priced. Philips Carbon came up with the number, and the numbers were declining Q on Q. We had seen revenue increasing by 16%, but EBITDA declining by 12%, and share is trading at around 7.5 times EV by EBITDA Q4 earning, which is fairly priced. Just a second, few more results are there. Gensa Technology announced the result, and that result was also ahead of expectations. Revenue improved, dollar revenue came quite positive, whereas margins remain stable. The growth seems coming back for the company. So overall directional result looks ahead of expectation. Then even KPIT came up with the numbers, and here again numbers were more of ahead of expectations. Here again dollar revenue improved. Dollar revenue also came up ahead of expectations, and overall margins were also stable. So here again, the results was quite positive. Valuations are a bit on the higher side for KPIT. Now result for 29th, Deepak Nitrite is likely to announce result on 29th. Here results are likely to be okay. Margins are likely to decline quarter on quarter. Last quarter, the margin came substantially higher at 31%, whereas normal margin range is around 27-28%. So this quarter, it is getting normalized to 29%. Phenol prices continue to remain high, and this is likely to this act as a positive for Deepak Nitrite. Share is trading at around 25 times FY23 earning. First Source Solution is result is also likely to be okay. Revenue likely to grow by around 2% quarter on quarter, and margins are likely to remain stable. Gujarat Heavy Chemical soda ash prices has increased Q on Q, and this may support the earning. As such, result may be positive quarter on quarter. Then Laurus Lab is likely to report the stable type of number. Margins are likely to decline by around 200 basis point and revenue is likely to remain more of a flattish. So after consistent good performance quarter on quarter in last 3-4 quarters, now it's more of a stable quarter which is likely to come for the Laurus Lab. Then Presim Johnson is likely to announce result. This is a cement company, but operating in central India, where the prices increase was comparatively lower as compared to northern region and southern and eastern regions. So here we may not see similar type of outperformance in Presim Johnson result as we are seeing in in the other cement company results. So here the result may be more of a flattish or neutral type of results. Raymond's is likely to report numbers. Numbers are likely to get impacted because of the lockdown. But the company has very good real estate business, which is doing very well. In fact, the real estate value itself work out to around 3,500 crores, whereas the current market cap is around 3,000 rupees. And the core business, which is now got impacted because of the lockdown, if that come back, then there is a good opportunity for Raymond's to move up from here. So overall outlook for the Raymond is positive, though the result will be subdued in this quarter. Sri Digvijay Cement is likely to announce result, and this also is likely to show improved result in this quarter. It's more of a Gujarat play where the prices were comparatively strong. Then TVS Motor is likely to announce result. Again, the result is getting impacted because of the lockdown. Revenue is likely to decline by 25% quarter, mainly led by decline in the volume, which is down by around 29%. And the margin is also likely to get big impacted because of this. Last quarter, company reported EBITDA margin of around 10.1%, which is likely to come down to 8.2%. So overall result will be declining. Vaibhav Global is likely to report number. This is seasonally a soft quarter for Vaibhav Global. So as such may not see any excitement in this quarter. Then Tech Mahindra is likely to report number and the revenue growth is expected at around 2.5%, 2.2%, which is lower than the other its peer, which has come up with the numbers. So nothing exciting, and even the margins are also likely to come off from 16.5% to 14.5%, mainly on account of increase in wages. And the share is trading at around 16 times, which is comparatively lowest in large 4-5 big players. So any surprise on the result can have a good positive impact on the valuations. If suppose company come up with good numbers, then there is the scope for the shares to move up from here. But the expectations are not so great as of now. Then LIC Housing is likely to announce result, and this result is also more of impacted by credit cost. Otherwise, the revenue and PBP are likely to grow by over 24%, but because of the high provisioning expected in this quarter, PAT is likely to be subdued and likely to decline by around 18%. So here also the valuations are comparatively attractive. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.